Salt Cure is the most broken move introduced in Generation 9. Hey everybody, sorry about the no green screen. I didn't feel like setting it up. The one I have takes a lot of effort to set up and a lot of effort to take down, and I have to work in like 3 hours. So I didn't want to set it up. I have to take it down, and yeah. Forgive me, my setup's in the middle of my living room. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about Garganacl because Garganacl is stupid broken. Have you ever looked at have you been playing Series 2 or like looking at tournament results? Because like even if we just look at the results for the San Diego regional, well obviously Garganacl won and Garganacl is in 8th place. And that's it for Garganacl in top 16. That was the prize cap. I mean, which most. But if we keep looking at like top 32, there's 3 Garganacls. Garganacl's kind of slept on at this point in Scarlet and Violet, right? Let's look at Liverpool because I haven't looked at the Liverpool results yet. Oop, I went too far. Let's see. Is there Garganacl? There is. There's a Garganacl in 3rd place with Poison, which is something we'll talk about in a second. That's a new like thing that's going on. I'm in the way. That's a new thing that's going on. Garganacl with Poison. Let's see. So we got one Garganacl with Poison. We have another Garganacl right here. Another Garganacl. We're at like 20 seconds. So I mean, in top 16, there's 2 Garganacls, which is about the same, right? We don't have Peakalytics for Series 2 yet, okay? But if we did, I want to say Garganacl's a lot higher in usage than it is in Series 1. And I'm not really sure what the reason for that is, but let's talk about Garganacl. Salt Cure is a stupid broken move. Salt Cure does 1/8 damage to the target's HP, and you're like, Andrew, that's not that broken. That's just a Leech Seed, right? Okay, yeah, sure. But nothing is immune to Salt Cure. And I think that's the problem with it, right? Like any other static condition, you know, burn, you can't burn fire types. There are Pokemon with abilities that, like, benefit from being burned. Poison, you can't burn poison types you can't poison types or steel types, which is 2 types that are immune to poison. That and like the moves that like inflict poison are not good moves. Toxic is only like 85 accurate. Like no Pokemon learn it. Like it's not that easy. We can talk about G-Max Vocalith. Okay, G-Max Vocalith is 1/6. That's more. That's more than, you know, that is more than Salt Cure. But it's only for 4 turns. And rock types are immune to Vocalith. More Pokemon are immune to G-Max Vocalith than are immune to Salt Cure. Why did they do this? And like if Garganacl was a bad Pokemon, I don't think it'd be a big deal. But Garganacl has good stats. These are good stats. These are really good stats. This is like the standard set, by the way. Garganacl has gotten to the point where it doesn't need any damaging moves other than Salt Cure. Literally, you don't have to run Body Press. You don't have to run like Explosion. You don't have to run Earthquake or anything else. All you need is Salt Cure. That's how good Garganacl is. And you can't even like burn it or poison it or like do anything like that. It's immune. Its ability makes it immune to status conditions. You can't even play the status condition game on Garganacl unless you're using Garganacl. Because again, nothing is immune to Salt Cure unless you're holding a Covert Cloak, which is like, I don't know, it hasn't been the most used item in VGC. I think that's how singles players are choosing to deal with Garganacl. I'm not 100% sure. But Salt Cure is such a good move that people are starting to make teams where your win condition is just Salt Cure. Your win condition is Salt Cure. I've played against this team so many times yesterday. Toxic Spikes, Meowscarada with Focus Sash to make sure that you get it up. You get the Toxic Spikes. You get 2 layers. I don't know. But you get at least 1 layer of Toxic Spikes. You start putting Salt Cure on things, and your opponent's Pokemon are taking. They're taking. How much does Poison do? I think it's 1/8, right? It's the same. Let's see here. Where? Not poison type. Poisoned. Okay. Poison Pokemon take 1/8 damage. Toxic Pokemon take like double, or they take more damage over time. But it's 1/8. 1/8 plus 1/8 is 2/8, which is 1/4. If you get one layer of Toxic Spikes, and nobody's running Poison type Pokemon right now, except for Garganacl. If you're running Terra Poison Garganacl, which is also one of the most common sets you see. Literally your opponent dies in 4 turns. And Garganacl has Recover, and is also running Protect and Wide Guard. You're going to have a hard time knocking out that Garganacl in 4 turns. This mon is so tanky, you'd be hard-pressed to knock it out in 1 hit. There are very few exceptions, like if you catch it out of Terra, or you have like something with Headlong Rush, maybe. It's insane. It's insane. And like they don't have to run Body Press or any of their attacking moves anymore because Saltcure is so good. So they just invest completely in bulk. You don't need anything else. Like, I don't hate Garganacl. I really like Garganacl's design. I love Table Salt. But like, playing against Garganacl gets me heated sometimes, man. I would argue that it's worse than playing against Dondozo. Dondozo at least like has limited recovery options. Really, its only recovery option is rest, and you have to run like Sleep Talk, and that's not like the most reliable thing. Garganacl is so reliable. It's probably more reliable than like Celesteela because nothing's immune to Salt Cure, and if your opponent switches out, yeah, they don't take damage, but they're not taking away your healing. Does that make sense? I don't know. Salt Cure feels really busted. And then the other thing about Salt Cure, right? Steel types resist rock. So you'd go, okay, well, I'll get them the steel type. Like, at least I won't take too much damage from Salt Cure, like the attack itself, and I can't use that to, like, extra chip me away. You take 1/4 of your maximum HP if you're a steel type. You die in 4 turns from just Salt Cure. And you might go, oh, I'll get in a water type and, like, just KO it. Because, you know, I'm pretty sure that, like, +2 Wave Crash from Dondozo just KOs Garganacl. No, you can't do that either. Because, well, first of all, they're going to Terrastallize to, like, poison or grass or something and eat your hit and laugh in your face. Second, Salt Cure does 1/4 damage to water types, too. So, like, you just die in 4 turns. The best Dondozo counter is Garganacl. Hit them with that Salt Cure, they die in 4 turns. How do we beat Garganacl? Well, you use another Garganacl with Covert Cloak or something like that. That way, they can Salt Cure you all they want. You'll never take the Salt Cure damage because Covert Cloak blocks Salt Cure, and it doesn't block Clear Smog for some goddamn reason. I don't know. I don't understand sometimes the way things are programmed. But Covert Cloak blocks the extra damage from Salt Cure because it is primarily technically a damaging move. So you can run your own Covert Cloak Garganacl. You can Salt Cure them. They'll die in... I mean, they won't die in 8 turns because they're going to click Recover, but at least you'll be able to, like, chip them away faster than they can chip you away. You can run a Covert Cloak Dondozo, and this is something that I tested a little bit. It's very funny. I really want to like Dondozo, but it hasn't really meshed with my play style so far. It just... I don't know. It feels very all or nothing on this Pokemon, and I do play that kind of way sometimes, but it makes a lot more sense in Dynamax than it does in the current format. That's a long story. Anyway, Covert Cloak Dondozo beats Garganacl because, like, literally they can't stop you. As long as they can't get rid of your stat boost, which is a whole nother thing, because they have the Meowscarada a lot of the time. I was just looking at the stats for Series 1, and 58% of all Garganacl come with a Meowscarada, which is very, very scary. But if you're on Terra Dragon, you really shouldn't be that big of a deal. But running Covert Cloak into Garganacl is just one of the funniest things because they click Salt Cure into you like 3 turns in a row, and I just imagine they're sitting on the other end behind their computer and they're just like, why aren't they dying? I don't know. Obviously, I always click Open Team Sheets, but it's very fun. It's fun to punish people who don't want to play Open Team Sheets. I don't know. That's a story for another time as well. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Garganacl. I don't know. It feels like I said, Salt Cure. Salt Cure is like G-Max Vocalith, but like better. It doesn't go away. If you take 2 knockouts on your opponent's Pokemon, you just Salt Cure and stall for like 6 turns and you win. Like it's kind of ridiculous. Something that I've been running that's been having success, and this is a secret, don't tell anybody. All like 150 of you that are gonna watch this video. I've been running Skeledirge, and Obviously, like, it's weak to Salt Cure, but you can just Terrastalize to get around that. And you have Slack Off. And since you can heal... Ooh. And since most Garganacl just Terrastalize turn 1, which is... I don't understand that. Like, wait until you need it. But you can literally just sit there and Torch Song into their face until you have enough special attack to knock them out. Which is really funny. Yeah. That's the video, everybody. What do you think about Garganacl? Do you think that Salt Cure is stupid broken? What do you think about Salt Cure? Do you think it's fair? I feel like Salt Cure is... I actually believe that it's the most broken new move they added this generation. I don't know. But always, guys, as always, guys, if you like the video, leave me a big fat like. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you would like to see in the next one. Let me know what you think about Garganacl. And with that, everybody, my name's Andrew. I'll catch you guys next time.